You know, one of my favorite topics that I love to contemplate and just think about is the property of materials. Because after all, whatever we do, it's the stuff you work with that's what counts. For example, truing a wheel. We're using the spoke TM1, comes with a nice chart. Lots of different spoke diameters, but also materials. Got your steel, got your aluminum, got your carbon fiber, and your aluminum, both. Now, we do get requests from our users. They can't find the column for the 2mm aluminum spoke. In fact, they're right. There is not a chart for that spoke because we haven't seen it. It doesn't exist. Well, why not? It's not made. They can't make the aluminum strong enough for that small, but sometimes it's hard to know the difference between the steel and the aluminum on the small sizes. What we want to consider then is the properties of materials to help us know. So with that in mind, we're going to take a closer look. We're going to zoom in, take a telescopic lens. We're going to get on that aluminum spoke right there. There's your aluminum spoke. Now, let's zoom in on steel. Oh yeah. There's our steel spoke. Let's have a closer look at the difference. Let's start with feel or touch. There are different materials and they do feel different to the touch. Aluminum, much lighter than our steel, much denser. The heat sink abilities to draw warmth out of your hand, yeah, you can tell. Aluminum spokes versus steel, yes, I think I can tell that. That's one thing. Now, what else? Their appearance or their look. Both metallic, both kind of shiny, but still different. We look at the stainless versus our aluminum, a matte style finish, a duller luster, shiny. The stainless is shiny. So your aluminum, now this is steel, this is carbon steel, not the stainless, but still has a more shiny appearance really compared to this. So the appearance can be important, all right? That's another clue. Now, another one is hardness. This stuff, softer. Our aluminum, definitely softer than the steel, any steel. So we're gonna do, it's called the scratch test. Let me do this one. I don't want you to mess up your spoke. So take a knife, open it up. The knife, nice, open now. We're going to scratch one, scratch the other, see what they're like. Oh, better not use that side, but my friend Jean-Pierre would, he'd be mad. I'm gonna use the backside. That feels soft, I can feel that. Yep, it's easy to scratch. Steel. Slides easier, harder, definitely harder. Not the same. So hardness, here's our stainless, same. Aluminum, up at the head when no one can see it. Oh, hear that scratching? Softer for sure. So that's another difference. The last property I want us to consider today is the magnetism of the material, how it attracts to a magnet or does not. Now, I have a new product. It's not released in a store just yet, the CSD, the Kelvin Steel Detector 1. Now, this is the professional model. So this one can be attracted to steel very strongly. Oh yeah. Let's try over here to the aluminum. Nothing. That makes sense. Let's check out some spokes. We have two different spokes here. This is a less expensive spoke called the carbon steel spoke. Very strongly attracted. So yes, absolutely. We have some steel in there, which is some iron, attracted to the iron in it. But let's check this one. This one's stainless. It is steel, a stainless steel. And not strongly magnetic, but it is weakly, and you can see it. To gently have to pull it. Pulls away easily, but I do have to pull it away. I feel something there. See if I can balance it. See if I balance the spoke, pulls it right over. It is somewhat magnetic. Interesting property here, however. Up at the head and the bend, much more magnetism going on. Well, what's happened? It's the nature of this material. When it's bent and worked, such as the head being stamped, that elbow being made, it increases the magnetic area right where it's been worked. So that's going to come in a little bit later. All right. So if you can't afford the shop version, we do have a home version for you. It's just some fishing line, a rubber band, and your snowman off the refrigerator. So even here, it shows the head, but on here, it's pretty darn weak. Just pulling it over. But that head, much more so. Let's go check out the aluminium here. Nothing. So we see it works. Now, let's have a look on a wheel. Let's apply this to the wheel that's already built up, because you're not pulling out the spoke and bouncing it from your finger and taking the magnet off the refrigerator. Oh yeah, it's magnetic, yeah. You're not gonna do that. It's gonna be in the wheel. Let's see what can happen at the flange. So here, if I'm testing, these spokes, I definitely think, it's really hard to tell. I could say, there's nothing there. But if I come down to the flange where that bend is, I do get a little pulling. Oh yeah, there's something going on right there. This is a stainless steel spoke showing its magnetism down at the hub flange where there are those properties. So this is not an aluminum spoke. It is not an aluminum spoke either. Stainless steel is what we got. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it.